हेलो फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार। आप सभी का इस चैनल पे एक बार फिर से स्वागत है। जो चैनल पर नए हैं, हम चाहेंगे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर ले, बेल आइकन को दबाएं ताकि आपको नए वीडियोस को नोटिफिकेशन मिलते रहें। तो आप देख रहे हैं इंद्रप्रमित रॉय सर का ये टॉक। आप सभी आनंद ले, कमेंट के माध्यम से आप और दूसरों तक शेयर भी करें।
Hope you're all settled. Alright, so we'll start this program, Absence and Presence, with Indrapramit Roy sir. It is my great pleasure to introduce Indrapramit Roy sir, a distinguished contemporary artist whose work transcends traditional boundaries. Sir studied printmaking at Vishwabharati University of Shantiniketan and completed his MFA in painting at the Faculty of Fine Arts, MSU Baroda. He furthered his studies with an INLAC scholarship at the Royal College of Art, London, and has studied in Paris and Berlin on prestigious scholarships. He has exhibited extensively in India and internationally, earning acclaim for his unique artistic vision and thought-provoking approach. Today we are fortunate to have him with us at the Surgeon Art Gallery to share his wonderful insights into his creative process and artistic journey. Please join me in welcoming Indrapramit Roy sir.
This is coming in your level. Happy to see so many young faces. It's always good to have a good number in the audience to share your work. What I thought was that is English okay to do? I'll switch to Hindi. But हमारा गुजराती is not. So पहले एक दशक का काम, पीछे एक दशक का काम, so it's for the last decade. So it's basically starts from 2014. मगर I thought शुरुआत में कुछ हुआ उससे भी पुराना जो काम, because this will be my third decade of working. I started my professional life in 1990. और मेरा पहला शो 1990 में किसी गैलरी में हुआ था, called Center for Contemporary Art. So you can count that as the beginning. So अगर गिना जाए तो it will be like 34 साल हो चुका है. So the पहला काम मैं दिखाने वाला हूँ. उसके बाद actually I did 2 more years of study. I came back in 93 and I was in a place called Cholamandala in Chennai, near Chennai. It's about 20 kilometers south of Chennai. So my professional life started actually, ऐसे देखा जाए तो 93. So क्योंकि professional life शुरू हुआ, फिर then I got another opportunity to study. So 2 साल वो at Royal College, and then I came back, and then it started. So anyway, roughly 30 साल हो गया. So 3 दशक में से ये 1 दशक का काम मैं concentrate करने वाला हूँ, पर मैं सोचा उसके पहले I will start with something which goes back a little, just to give an overview, because I see a lot of faces, youngsters who are probably not familiar with my work from before. तो पहला जो काम है that will be from 92, और वो 2 दशक I'm just skimming through, I'm just giving you some highlights. तो पहला जो स्लाइड आपने देखा था, that diagram, you wonder what ये diagram is. Now when you talk about a journey, an artist's journey is never in a straight line. So मैं बड़ा सोच समझ के देखा कि अगर देखा जाए तो what are these axes? The axes are some of the interests that have stayed with me for very many years, very long time. Some interests are there with me from मेरे बचपन से, and that even I am discovering. You find an interest, you find another interest, you find another interest, and then you come back to that interest. By then you have made some more journey, right? So where you meet is slightly changed and slightly different. So there are these interests that keep coming back, and you meet them at various points. but your experience has expanded. So where you meet them is not exactly the same. The point keeps moving. So this is just something I thought I will mention in the beginning. It's not absolutely crucial. But what are the interests? So one of the interests that I've always had is an interest in cities, because born and bred in a city. Like Roshni was introducing me, उसमें बोला है कि 5 साल मैंने शांति निकेतन में बिताया. With शांति निकेतन, everybody knows it's a kind of a semi-rural place. So that was my, also for me it was an exposure, because I am a city kid. I mean, I grew up in Kolkata, my school was in Kolkata, I lived in a very crowded area. हम जहाँ क्रिकेट खेलते थे वहाँ से डबल डेकर बस गुजारता. So you can imagine, there was a playing field के लिए देखते हुए 1.5 किलोमीटर चल के जाना. So from there, I was in Shantiniketan, and what did Shantiniketan do to me? For the first time, I realized that you किताबों में पढ़ा है सीजन बदलते. In a city, क्या सीजन बदलते? गर्मी से और गर्मी, ठंडी में थोड़ा महसूस होता है, 2-4 दिन ठंडा, 1 महीना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 2 महीने, और बारिश में सब कुछ डूबता है और लोग बीमार पड़ते हैं. सीजन बदलने का अगर शहर की एक्सपीरियंस है तो ऐसा ही होता है. But in Shantiniketan, for the first time, I realized that what does change of season mean, really, up close. So that had an impact. But when I came again to Baroda, that is also a city. It's not quite as big a city as Kolkata. When I joined in 1987, तो और भी छोटा था, और it was very small, friendly, university-centric place. But still, it was an urban city. Then when I was in London, I realized that cities actually attract me. I mean, I love open spaces, I love nature, but there is something in the cities that draws my attention, because I feel they are very complex places, they are very multi-layered spaces. They are also emotionally very different from rural space. The other interest, for instance, or एक axis अगर देखा जाए, is an interest in theatre. I grew up with theatre. My father was in theatre. All his life he was an actor, then he was a director, then he was a theatre administrator, all kinds of things. But his life revolved around theatre. So my first exposure to any arts, for that matter, is theatre, performance. And also, fortunately, I grew up in a house with lots of books. So art, but art through books. But then the theatre was in a place, in an art center, which also had an exhibition space, a large exhibition space. It's like Jahangir Art Gallery of Kolkata. So I got to see a lot of exhibitions in my growing up. So visual was something that was very much part of it, and I draw and paint from a very early age. So, but theatre, if you, अगर ऐसे सोचा जाए कि न जाए, तो was one of the first things. Then there are other interests which I will talk as I show you the words, but this is just to give you an opening. Okay. The next one, this work comes from, this was the last work that I did in London at the RCA 92. At that point, along with this interest in city and nocturnal city, that is city at night, रात की शहर, I was also interested in shaping spaces, because उस समय जवानी भी था और सारी दुनिया भर का सवाल थे कि भाई पेंटिंग हमेशा एक फ्लैट होता है और स्क्वायर या रेक्टेंगल में होता है, अगर ऐसा नहीं हुआ तो क्या? That was one of the questions. So I was experimenting with all kinds of formats, और वो चला पूरा 90 के दशक. Till 98. And 98 there was a break. I'll come to that. But this work is actually a right angle. This is the corner of the room. You can see. So it is like this, and and like this, and then this is another right angle. So actually it goes like this, then this, and this. And then there were, at that point I was also very interested in collages. So these were like MDF boards. MDF board अभी जो हम use करते हैं, that was first introduced at that point, wood particle board, which is a very smooth surface, smooth top. And it also sort of breaks out of the edge. So these are the kind of things that interested me. Image बड़ा dark है, पता नहीं चल रहा है, but lot of it is actually walking in streets at night where, especially in those days in London, you get to see a lot of show windows which were lit through the night. हमारे यहाँ तो शटर वटर डाल के सब बंद कर दिया. But there, because they had alarm systems and all, and actually अभी यहाँ पे भी हो रहा है. If you go past a Zudio at night, you will see that glass or some अंदर दिख रहा है बहुत. But for the first time I saw it in London in 1991, and that struck me as something because they are like museums where there is nobody. And I also had the good fortune of visiting museum with a special pass at night. So I went to Tate to see a show. My head of the department was a member of Tate, so he had access to it after hours, which means after public has gone out, you could go. So then the museum, it belongs to you. You are the only one in the museum. So you and a masterpiece. It is an amazing experience. So वो सब was somehow affecting the imagery of the world. Next. Then I came back and I realized that मेरा तो स्टूडियो का ही कोई ठिकाना नहीं. मैं रखूँ कहाँ ये सब बड़े-बड़े कैमरे. Storage was the problem. I was constantly trapped. I found a place in Cholamandala. And so I chanced upon this material. इसकी एक दो साल बाद की बात है. I'm talking about 94. Which is corrugated cardboard. ये फ्रिज टेलीविजन के बॉक्सेस जिस चीज से बनते. They come already in folds. They have wonderful surfaces, and you can. अब सुनाई दे रहा है ना ये बीच में थोड़ा. Can you hear me again? So they are very interesting because वो काफी जाड़ा होता है और उसको आप फाड़ सकते हो, उसमें आप होल कर सकते हो, उसको कट सकते हो, शेप दे सकते हो, मोड़ सकते हो, ऐसे इस तरह का zigzag फोल्ड हो सकता है, उसमें ऐड हो सकता है, इसमें ऐड थिंग्स यू कैन, so the surface is not even as it is. उसमें एक texture आता है of the corrugation. तो मुझे बड़ा मजेदार लगा ये, and I always had a problem as watercolor में ऐसा ही होता है करके. That you can define, and when I figured that out, I fell in love with the medium because you can do certain things, you can do a lot of things which you would have thought ये नामुमकिन है, ये possible नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, but होता है. Provided you are allowed, you let go of those so-called rules and regulations. Now, ऐसे तो मैं बचपन से ही थोड़ा रूल तोड़ने वाला आदमी हूँ. I have always broken rules, and I don't go very well with rules. So that's when watercolor started, so 98 onwards. And these works actually happened after 98. So this is again to show वो ये एक्सिस वाली बात है कि जब जो काम, ये जो एक इंटरेस्ट है मेरा सरफेस लेके, मटेरियल लेके, वो उसमें भी मैं घूम फिर के कभी कभार आ जाता हूँ, एक्चुअली बार बार आ जाता हूँ, और हर बार कुछ ना कुछ उसमें बदलते रहते हैं. This is from much later. I'm skipping because like I said, I'm going to focus on the last 10 years. This is from 2004. I was given, go back. I was in a fellowship, Fulbright fellowship in the US for 6 months, and I had 2 residencies, three residencies actually. One is up north in a very secluded elite college called Bennington, then a month in New York, and another 3 months in south of New York, in Philadelphia. I was in a studio given to me by University of Arts and there I had a studio which was in the 23rd floor or something, quite high up. And you could look out and see many other high-rise buildings, both in New York as well as Philadelphia. Bennington was semi-rural. It reminded me of Shantiney Papers. That's a separate story. But, so looking at those kind of birdcage-like buildings, which are now happening in Baroda also, but much taller and much bigger and very crowded, and you have kind of these boxes which looks into different lives, and you can only imagine what is happening. And it reminded me of that Hitchcock film called Rear Window. जहाँ एक बंदा के पास एक कैमरा है with a telephoto lens, and he looks into people's flats and he realizes that there is a murder happening in the lens. Right? That is very dramatic. मगर वो ड्रामा किसी न किसी हालत में होते रहते हैं सब. When those lit rectangles of windows through which you have access. By then, another thing has also happened. This has happened rather early. Is that I got interested in spaces where there is a lot of human presence, but you will see that there is no human being. This is my life. Carpenter Sharma, I have to do. Hello. Looking out, and I saw that this was beginning of spring. That somebody has set out a beautiful sit out on the terrace of a house. And my studio was hired. You look out and see this wonderful space with a shaft of light falling on it. Very dramatic. And it is like a heaven. It's like in that field, you have created a little safe haven for yourself on the top of a terrace. It felt very nice and cozy. The rest of it is kind of plunged into the shadow. And I didn't take a photograph, I didn't do a drawing, I just was so transfixed with that image that I had made various versions of that. This is one of the versions. It's called The Sanctuary. So what I was saying about human presence is that human beings somehow nikal gaya mera kaam se. They are there. You can feel that they are either going to come or they are just left. But they are not there. I think they create spaces which has different kind of drama. So there are human-made things, human-used things, human-made spaces, but bereft of direct human presence. The presence is always outside, as if the stage is empty. So actors लोग wings में चले गए, और या तो परफॉर्मेंस खत्म हो चुका है या परफॉर्मेंस शुरू होने वाला है. ऐसी जो एक माहौल है. I quite am fascinated by that. I'm giving a theatre analogy because, like I said, theatre has also been a very important part of my growing. Next. Backwards. Then this is from 2010. Again, 6-year jump. It's a large work. It's about 9 feet by 6 feet. And this was done during the Commonwealth Games. But before that, I started working with fireworks. And fireworks are something of a fascination because they are patterns basically. And patterns in the sky which are there for a very limited period. They are there and then they are not there. They happen and then they disappear. And they are like a metaphor, which I thought is I'm very interested in. Another thing, another axis is the transience of life. Transience matlab impermanence. That life itself is impermanent. You know, it's there and then next minute it's not there. I'm quite fascinated by that. I mean, if you look at your own life, you are here for a very limited period of time. Then you are not. And something remains, some memory remains, but for how long? An artist has an advantage that the work lives on. If it is good, if it is accepted, if it is part of history, then yes, it lives on. But otherwise, so the meaning of life is in those years where you are doing something. And I believe that everybody has something to contribute. That can be a very small thing, that can be something significant culturally, but nobody is here for nothing. And if you call that spiritualism, that is as close as I come to spiritual. Otherwise, I don't really have much spirituality in me. I'm a very that way materialist person. I believe in logic. I believe in that matter comes first, not the spirit. Between 2010 2014 period. Now, what I meant by that, see these watermarks in a traditional watercolor, people chi chi toba toba karke, you are not supposed to do. This is bad technique, and I find it absolutely free. So, that's what I meant by I don't follow the rules of the grammar of watercolor. Next. And this image, or these kind of images, have always fascinated me. It's a grid at one level, very abstract, and then it sort of allows you to peep into different lives. And the lives are not described, they're just suggested into that, and that's it. So it works both ways, as an abstraction as well as a narration. And this is also watercolor, more or less of the same size. I've done quite a few versions of it. This is just one version. So now we are in 2014. Next. And the same year, I did a large work for the Bombay airport, the new Bombay airport, T2, that started functioning from 2013. And there were different sections, and Bombay airport was the first airport of its kind, which has several mile-long art wall. So if you visit the international airport, you will see that there are lots and lots of artworks there, which is all commissioned by a man called Rajiv Sethi, who is a great designer, and he knew all kinds of things. So उसमें traditional art भी है, उसमें contemporary art भी है, उसमें folk art भी है, और उसमें ये airport के बाजू में there is a huge झोपड़ी. It looks very odd from the sky, that you have the skyscrapers and then you have this spread of a slum. And those slum people who are living cheek by jowl to the airport, where also the women from those slums were asked to contribute, so they made a huge thing, which is also there in the airport. So he kind of made it a very inclusive space, जहाँ पे तरह-तरह का काम है, and quite a few contemporary artists were asked, and I was given this space, which is about 5 feet long. Eventually it became 26 feet long, because plan तो मैंने इतना तक किया था, जब इंस्टॉल करने गए तो पता चला थोड़ा और एक्स्ट्रा जगह मिली. कैसे? Because the wall was not straight, the wall was hung. So वो measurements जो मुझे भेजे थे, तो सीधा भेजा. जब लगा काम, तो पता चला 2 फीट और बढ़ गया. तो वो 2 फीट का काम मुझे वहीं जाके स्पॉट में करना पड़ा. But anyway, so this is what I did for it. And again, you will see that this tower is a little projected. So this is on one level, and this is about 2.5 feet ऐसे आगे. and again I'm dealing with those windows. And this is basically Megapolis, with a reference to the Queen's necklace. But what I did is, after painting it, I kind of played with the boards. So it's not in the order in which it should be. जानबूझ के there are changes shifted. यहाँ का टुकड़ा इधर ले गए, इधर का टुकड़ा इधर डाला गया. You know, which made the image much more back and forth. So you almost feel that you see it from a distance, and then suddenly something comes up close. So it adds a little bit of a drama. It breaks the monotony of one or two samples दिखाते. चलो.
Wow.
So what looks yellow, because gold का तो दिखाना मुश्किल है. These are actually gold. फिर एक शो हुआ in 2015, which is curated by Rekha. 2-person show, मैं और मयूर के गुप्ता. Who was my contemporary as sculptor. So ये sculptures जो दिख रहे हैं आपको. And this was in a place called Site, GIDC Makarpuram. It doesn't operate now as a gallery, but it's an industrial shed. So it's very high ceiling and a big room, about 2.5 times this space, with triple the height. But वहाँ पे Rekha wanted to recreate a corner which is like my studio. So वो brush था, कुछ photographs थे. But she also, when she came to look at the work, she saw that I do a lot of writing, scribbles and drawings in sketchbooks. And I have many sketchbooks, more than 100 sketchbooks. So, and in them, there are all kinds of things. And I read a lot. So when I read something that fascinates me or interests me or intrigues me or piques my curiosity, I often scribble down notes. Sometimes I make a précis out of a big passage. Sometimes I just literally copy it. Sometimes पढ़ते पढ़ते मन में कुछ आया तो उसका भी एक नोट करके रखता. और साथ में ड्राइंग भी होता है, धोबी का हिसाब भी होता है, स्टूडेंट्स का मार्क्स भी होते हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ होता है. मैं so those are like multi-purpose books. Student feed किया था. You do work on them, the text, which I refused at that point because time was short and I didn't want to do anything hurried, but it stayed with me. So, because I was very careful about titling my works. I think titles are important. People sometimes think title की क्या जरूरत है, it becomes too literal, it defines. एक लड़की है तो वो लड़की लिखने का क्या मतलब? देखिए. But you don't have to write that. You know, by title you can suggest something which is not there in the image. You can give a launch pad. There are many things you can do. You can introduce another thought. और वो मुझे तो बहुत अच्छी तरह से महसूस हुआ during the COVID, when you are sitting in your studio and you are inundated with bad news. Especially in the second and the third stage, that COVID was horrible. You lost so many people hospitalized, so many people you couldn't even say final goodbye to. And they're just gone. एक दिन हॉस्पिटल में गया, 3 दिन के बाद all you get to see is a body bag जिप खोल के दिखाया, ये आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हो, हाँ बस बंद जॉब. You know, you can't even say goodbye to your near and dear one. It was terrible. And then, of course, what is happening to the migrant laborers, what is happening with the, it keeps coming back. I can justify why ships. I can give you 101 reasons why ships. But this fascination has been with me for a very long time. And I just realized that. I wasn't even aware. There are many versions done when I was 5 years, I was 6 years, I was 10 years, 12 years. Next. You can't see anything. Look up. I could see it on the computer, but anyway, there is a ship here, which is and there are stars in the sky, and this work is called constellation. I have a close-up of the ship, maybe you will see a little better. I don't know, everything has got a bit darkened for some reason. Because of the lumens of the projector, maybe. I'm sorry about that. Next. Can you make out a little better? It's a very dark image anyway, but okay, the next one is not dark, I promise. That's an edge. So ships leaving harbor. This is a constant image, and this has been, I found it very fascinating. I've done again many versions, and I'm working on one right now. Human beings, it happened now, people are saying, what happened in Africa? Everybody first started migrating to the east and the west and the north. Everything happened in a million years ago. So if you trace back, there will be some commonality in the DNA of everybody. So what is this whole idea about who are you? How do we define us? And that is something that bothered me, that I kept thinking about. So I did a work with water because of the malleability factor. So next one. Yeah. So again, it's a very dark image for some reason. I'm very sorry about that. These images are all looking very dark because I think there is an issue with the projection of brightness. I should have checked. I'm sorry. Next. Yes, this is another work which talks about roots. This is also another thing that we often think that, oh, we left our roots behind, we have to go search for our roots, where is our roots? And there's a very interesting story of Gertrude Stein. You know, Gertrude Stein was Pablo Picasso's friend and one of the early champions of Picasso. And Gertrude Stein, in her biography, writes about this young expat American. This was after the Second World War. A lot of people found themselves in Paris, where Gertrude Stein was living then. And they would all eventually come to her for advice and stuff. So there's this one, and a lot of them were American GIs, were decommissioned, and some of them were poets, some of them were painters, some of them they became good writers or world famous artists later. While they are living, for when they will be dead. You know, it's very strange, which is very unlike what we see here. I mean, there are exceptions like Taj Mahal, but other than that, a lot of things are, living about like temples and stuff where they also have temples. So apart from the temples are the mortuaries. Those are the most permanent structures. Somehow you don't see that in India a lot. Chabutare, but they are much later. There is one queen called Queen Hatshepsut who ruled for about 19 years. And she was the only queen among all the kings. And she made a temple, a mortuary temple, which stands in front of all kinds of things. I've worked in oil, I've worked in acrylic, I've worked in pastel, I've worked in mixed medias, which is combining something called oil stick, which is like a big fat plus size oil pastel, जो आप ऐसे हाथ पकड़ सकते हो, and you can draw with it large drawings. When it dries, it becomes exactly like oil because it's oil based. और जब आप इसको रख देते हो ना, ऊपर एक स्किन बन जाता है, so उस स्किन को रिमूव करके रखते हो. So it's basically compressed oil in a stick form. So वो आप ऑयल के ऊपर यूज कर सकते हो, एक्रिलिक के ऊपर यूज कर सकते हो, और उसके साथ if you add acrylic on top of that, then acrylic slips like on oil. So that creates a very beautiful text.
Acrylic or why?
If you draw with that, say for instance you made a drawing, right? And then you apply flat acrylic.
तो दोस्तों आप लोगों को ये संवाद कैसा लगा ज़रूर कमेंट के माध्यम से बताइएगा और इस वीडियो को दूसरों तक शेयर अवश्य कीजिएगा। फिर मुलाकात होगी एक नए वीडियो के साथ इसी चैनल पर, तब तक बने रहिए चैनल के साथ। नमस्कार, जय हिंद।